If you are mentally married to Alex Volkov, Rhys Larsen, Chen, or Christian Harper, then this video is for you. Hi, I'm the slowest reader on a mission to glamorize books and bookstores, so much so that reading becomes the new cool. And in this video, we are going to fangirl over the iconic Twisted series by Anna Huang. If you feel that reading the Twisted series has been the best decision of your life and you're just obsessed with the entire series, then my dear ladies, you are in for a treat. तो सबसे पहले we are going to have a juicy discussion जहाँ मैं आपको बताऊंगी what are my favorite things about each of these books and उसके बाद at the end we are going to have a Twisted series rapid fire. So I have jotted down a bunch of questions और इस rapid fire में सिर्फ मैं नहीं आप भी participate करेंगे and it will be so much fun to know each other's answers. So grab a coffee and let's start yapping. So the first book of the series is Twisted Love and oh my god. ओ माई गॉड भाई तुमने मैं हूं ना देखी है उसमें जैसे ही मिस चांदनी की एंट्री होती थी तो अपने आप आजू बाजू में इमेजिनरी वायलेंस बचने लग जाते थे दिस बुक हैड द एग्जैक्ट सेम इफेक्ट ऑन मी एवरी टाइम आई रेड दिस बुक मुझे ऐसा लगता था मेरे आजू बाजू वैसे ही वायलेंस बच रहे हैं एंड आई वॉज लिटरली इन द हैंगओवर ऑफ लव भाई दिस बुक अनलॉक्ड समथिंग इनसाइड मी दैट आई डिडंट इवन नो एग्जिस्टेड एंड इट जस्ट फेल्ट सो गुड भाई इन चारों बुक में से ट्विस्टेड लव डेफिनेटली हिट मी दी मोस्ट इट हिट माई सोल माई हार्ट माई ब्रेन्स माई बॉडी एवरीथिंग एंड ऑफ कोर्स उसका एक बहुत बड़ा रीजन ये भी है दैट दिस वाज the first book I picked from the series, and as we all know, the first love is always special. No, but seriously, I genuinely felt that there was some magic in this book that just kept me hooked and addicted to the story from page 1 till the end. And you know what's that magic is called? Alex Volkov. Oh my god, Alex Volkov. See, dekho, generally in romance books and films, I usually go for the good guys. But this was the only book where I fell head over heels for the morally grey, not so nice MMC. Alex Volkov की वजह से मुझे समझ आया why romance readers are so obsessed with the book boyfriends. Not to mention Alex Volkov was my first book boyfriend too. Now before you judge my reading taste, I am very much aware of the fact कि अगर मैं इन सभी बुक में से compare करूँ तो सबसे ज़्यादा weak FMC और storyline Twisted Love की ही है. I know that the story and the characters in this book are very surface level and logically I shouldn't have enjoyed this book that much. But I did and I'm not sorry. The nasha I got from this book was next level. I don't know how, but it is what it is. Also, the grumpy sunshine wala plot is very well done in this book. I mean, wo jo yearning effect hoti hai, that was right there from the first chapter itself. That car scene between Alex and Eva, oh my god, I think that was the scene where I just got hooked to the story. I didn't read this book, I ate this book. And here are my 3 favorite things about Twisted Love. Alex Volkov, Alex Volkov, Alex Volkov. Now moving on to the next book of the series, Twisted Games. Bhai sahab, this book. Okay, I know I said ki Alex Volkov is my book boyfriend, but if I have to pick one twisted man to date in real life, 100% it will be Rhys Larsen. I love him, that's it. But we all can agree that in this entire series, Rhys Larsen had the best dialogues and love confessions. Every time this man said princess, I would just melt then and there. I mean, it just did something to me whenever I read princess in this book, especially in the spicy scenes. Speaking of which, I think we all can also agree that Twisted Games had the best spice. I mean, oh my god. Even though I read this book last year, I blush every time I think about what Rhys did to Bridget at Eldora at her house on the throne. I'm still processing that. Also, the slow burn and romantic tension in this book was absolutely delicious. And not just the romance, I feel story wise, character wise, drama wise, bhi, Twisted Games was slightly better than the rest of the book. That scene where Bridget decides to change the law for her love, that was peak book moment for me. Absolutely enjoyed this book through and through, and here are my 3 favorite things about Twisted Games: the plot, the slow burn, and definitely the spice. Now moving on to the third book of the series, Twisted Hate. Out of all the books in the series, I think Twisted Hate has the most relatable characters, and realistic storyline. So many people connected with this book on a personal level. Josh and Jules felt so real, and it has to do with the fact that, unlike other characters, Josh and Jules were not perfect. They were not Richie Rich. They were messy, vulnerable, no filter, hard working badasses just trying to get their shit together. I think that's what resonated with the readers. Josh and Jules definitely had the best character arc in the entire series. Not to mention, this book is enemies to lover at its finest. I mean, there are so many books that claims to be enemies to lover, but first half of the book में ही उन्हें प्यार मोहब्बत सब हो जाता है. But this book, thankfully, didn't do that. You could feel the hate between the characters in the first half, and then you see the bond slowly transitioning into something beautiful. It was raw, real, and relatable. I think that's what made this book सबसे unique. And can I please have a moment to talk about Josh? I think out of all the Twisted Men, it was Josh who did the most meaningful things for his girl. Yes, the other men did grand things, but Josh did the most thoughtful things. Taking Jules to bookstore and buying every book she browses. As a reader, that was the most romantic thing I read. And not just Josh and Jules, I also loved the bond between Josh and Alex. They were pretty cute too. So here are my three favorite things from Twisted Hate: relatability, rawness, and realism. Coming to the last book of the series, Twisted Lies. एक सीरीज के लास्ट बुक का अच्छा होना मेरे हिसाब से बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है, बिकॉज इट कैन मेक और ब्रेक द इंटायर एक्सपीरियंस. एंड द होलसमनेस ऑफ दिस बुक मेड द इंटायर सीरीज so special. The way Anna Huang summarized everything in this book was so satisfying to read. I think it was the perfect final book for the series. I feel this book had the best female monologues. I mean, the realizations, the reflections, the feelings Stella was going through, I related with it so much. Coming to Christian Harper, I know that he is an extended version of Alex Volkov, but I still liked Alex more. Pehla Pyar cannot be replaced, guys. But still, my favorite scene from this book has to be when Christian Harper starts writing letters, handwritten letters, for Stella. Wow. I mean, a tough guy being so vulnerable for his girl has to be the most beautiful thing to read. If I'm being completely honest, I didn't enjoy the spice in this book as much as I enjoyed in other books. But that doesn't mean I didn't had a great time. More than romance, I feel that this book absolutely nailed in delivering vulnerable human emotions and life experiences. Basically, this book felt like the last episode of my favorite series. I didn't want it to end, but it couldn't have ended better. And please tell me I'm not the only one who cried reading the epilogue of this book. I mean, it was so heartwarming to read those final pages. By the end of this book, I felt so strongly connected to each of these characters, and I was just not ready to say goodbye. Here are my three favorite things from Twisted Lies: the FMC, the monologues, and the wholesomeness. Now, I want to talk about one more thing without which this discussion is incomplete, and that is the male POV. Bhai, I don't know what pill Anna Wong took, but she absolutely nailed it while writing the male POV of the series. भाई जो चीज मुझे बहुत पसंद आई वो ये थी that these men admired their women's intelligence, kindness, and courage, not just the beauty. Their obsession was intoxicating, and that is why the series is celebrated by women worldwide. Now let's move on to the final part of this video, the Twisted series rapid fire. तो देखो, I'm going to ask 10 questions और मैं अपना आंसर साथ में ही कर दूंगी, but I want you to participate too. So just go to the description, copy paste the questions, and give me your answers in the comment section. So here are the questions. Who is your favorite male character from the series? For book world, Alex Volkov. For real life, Rhys Larsen. I can't pick one. Who is your favorite female character from the series? Bridget. She was strong and sweet. Loved her. Which was the most relatable character for you? I think Ava and Stella. Who is your favorite couple from the series? Definitely Josh and Jules. They are pretty cute, pretty fun. A character that you didn't like? Honestly, I do not have an answer for this because I genuinely enjoyed all the characters from the series. But I know बहुत लोगों का आंसर Alex Volkov होने वाला है. It will hurt me, but it's okay. What was your favorite nickname? Princess and Sunshine. I cannot pick one. I love them both equally. Which is your favorite spicy scene? Do I even have to say the throne scene? Of course. Which is your favorite romantic scene from the series? My answer is very underrated, but I loved when Josh cancelled his fun plans to be with Jules in her boring hometown just because she felt scared and uncomfortable. I think that was the most romantic thing Josh did. A scene that made you cry. The epilogue, and when Alex leaves Ava and Ava flies to London. And the final question, which is your favorite book from the series? Dekho, each of these books was a wonderful read for me. There is no debate about it. But if I have to pick one, my favorite book from the series has to be Twisted Love. पहला प्यार पहला ही होता है. Followed very closely by Twisted Games. And that was the video, guys. I feel so happy to finally rant about my favorite series. I hope you do the same in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting and subscribing to this Book Kanya, and I will see you in the next one.